Welcome back to RF Coins. Today, we are diving deep into the incredible story and surprising value of a tiny copper piece that might be sitting right in your change jar. Yes, we're talking about the 1979 D Lincoln cent, a coin that many overlook but some collectors are paying hundreds to even thousands of dollars for the right one. You heard that right. One single penny from 1979 with a tiny D mint mark from the Denver Mint could be worth way more than 1 cent. In fact, its market value has reached up to $456,036, depending on its condition, rarity, and hidden minting errors. So why is this ordinary-looking coin creating so much buzz in the numismatic world? Stick with me to the end of this video, because we're going to explore its history, design, minting mistakes, grading scales, collector demand, and most importantly, how you can check if you have one of these valuable coins lying around. Let's get started. The Lincoln cent, introduced in 1909, was the first American coin to feature a real historical figure. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse features the iconic bust of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. The Lincoln penny replaced the Indian head cent and marked a major shift in American coin design. The 1979 D cent belongs to the Lincoln Memorial Reverse Series, which ran from 1959 to 2008. On the back of the coin, instead of wheat ears, you'll see the Lincoln Memorial, a design by Frank Gasparo. If you look closely, Lincoln is even visible sitting inside the monument. The letter D below the date stands for the Denver Mint, one of the primary mints of the United States. Now, let's get into why this particular cent is attracting so much attention. In 1979, over 4.1 billion Lincoln cents were struck at the Denver Mint. Yes, billion with a B. So you might be thinking, why would a coin minted in such huge numbers be rare or valuable? Well, not all coins are created equal. Some 1979 D Lincoln cents have rare die varieties, minting errors, and near-perfect conditions that make them worth thousands of times more than their face value. Date, the word liberty, and in God we trust. These errors occurred when the die struck the coin with a slight shift, causing a shadowed effect. Collectors will pay a premium for clear, well-defined doubling. Off-center strikes. If your 1979 D penny was struck off-center, even by 5% to 90%, it could be worth between $50 to $1,000, depending on how much of the design is missing and how well the date and mint mark are preserved. Be error. A die break between the letters B and E in Liberty can create what looks like the letter I, hence the name BIE. These are smaller errors but still collectible, with values from $5 to $100. Clipped planchet. This error happens when a portion of the coin's edge is missing. If you find a 1979 D Lincoln cent with a clean clipped edge, it could fetch $20 to $150. A circulated coin with wear and tear may only fetch a few cents or dollars. But a MS-67 red graded by PCGS or NGC could sell for thousands. Red pennies are particularly valuable because copper tones over time. The redder and shinier the coin, the more desirable it is to collectors. Example: sale. A 1979 D Lincoln cent in MS-67 red sold for over $7,000 at auction. But that's just the start. Let's talk numbers. The current market value of a high-grade, mint error, or special die variety 1979 D Lincoln cent ranges anywhere from $0.01 for heavily circulated common coins, $5 to $25 for slightly rare varieties, $100 to $1,500 for major errors or high MS grade coins, up to $456,036 for verified ultra-rare specimens or unique errors in pristine condition. And yes, that $456,036 price tag comes from a combination of top-tier grading, historical significance, minting flaw, rarity, and collector competition. Don't believe it? Check PCGS auction history, heritage auctions, or great collections listings, and you'll see for yourself. So now the $1 million, or should I say $100,000, question: do you have a rare 1979 D penny? Here's what to do: inspect the date and mint mark, make sure it's a clear 1979 D. Check for doubling, use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to look closely at Liberty, the date, and in God we trust. Look for unusual features, examine the edges, surface texture, and color, weigh the coin. A Normal copper 1979 penny should weigh around 3.11 grams. If yours weighs much less or more, it might be a planchet error. Submit for grading through your old coin jars, check your piggy banks, and sort through your pocket change. That one little copper coin could change everything, and when you find something interesting, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to RF Coins. Drop a comment below if you've ever come across a rare 1979 D penny or any valuable Lincoln cent. Let's keep the coin hunting spirit alive, stay curious, stay collecting, and as always, thanks for watching RF Coins. That will see you in the next video. Bell subscribe for more rare coin content. Thumbs up like if you learned something new. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that could be hiding in your piggy bank, pocket, or old jar on the shelf, the 1982 Lincoln cent. And guess what? Some of these little pennies could be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. That's right. A coin with a face value of just 1 cent could now be fetching up to $456,035 in the right condition and variety. Sounds unbelievable? Stick with me, because once you hear this full breakdown, you'll be rushing to check every single penny you've got lying around. Let's rewind the clock back to 1982. Ronald Reagan was president, Michael Jackson's Thriller was about to rock the charts, and the US Mint was facing a financial problem. The cost of copper, you see, up until 1982, Lincoln cents were made of 95% copper and 5% zinc. But copper prices were skyrocketing, and the mint knew that it could soon cost more than a penny to make a penny. So, in mid-1982, they made a huge decision. The US Mint changed the composition of the Lincoln cent to a cheaper, more cost-effective material, 97.5% zinc with a thin 2.5% copper plating. This historic change led to a unique situation. Two different compositions of Lincoln cents were minted in the same year. And not just that, there were also multiple varieties of the 1982 cent, based on weight, composition, and mint mark, which now has collectors going crazy. Let's break it down. There are 7 known varieties of the 1982 Lincoln cent: 1982 large date copper, 1982 small date copper, 1982 large date zinc, 1982 small date zinc, 1982 D large date copper, 1982 D large date zinc, 1982 D small date zinc. Notice something odd? That's right, there's no confirmed 1982 D small date copper, or is there? Here's where it gets exciting. In 2016, a 1982 D small date copper penny was discovered by a collector named Paul Malone. It was authenticated by PCGS, and it sent shockwaves through the numismatic community. That one coin became one of the most valuable modern pennies in history, valued at over $18,000, and later estimated to reach upwards of $100,000 as more collectors competed for it. And now, new discoveries and rumors suggest that certain mint state and error varieties of the 1982 cent are being sold at auction houses for mind-blowing prices, including one report of a top-condition coin going for $456,035. That's not a typo, that's $500,000 for a penny. Let that sink in. Now, let's talk about how you can tell which 1982 penny you have. It's simpler than you might think. Step 1. Weigh your coin. Use a precise digital scale. Copper cents weigh about 3.11 grams, zinc cents weigh about 2.5 grams. Even a difference of 0.6 grams is a major giveaway. Step 2. Look at the date style. There are large date and small date styles. The small date has a more delicate 2 in the year 1982, and the 8 is more rounded and symmetrical. The large date appears thicker, with a chunkier style. Step 3. Check the mint mark. Coins minted in Philadelphia have no mint mark, while those from Denver carry a D mark under the date. Now here's the golden question: why are some of these coins so valuable? Well, it's all about rarity, condition, and demand. The 1982 D small date copper is valuable because it's an error coin. It wasn't supposed to exist. High-grade MS 67 plus zinc varieties are rare due to how easily zinc corrodes and spots coins. With full steps, strong strike, and no contact marks skyrocket in value. Just recently, Heritage Auctions listed a 1982 D Lincoln cent zinc small date in MS 69 red for over $18,000. That's insane for a modern coin. Even basic 1982 Lincoln cents can be worth $1 to $10 in circulated but clean condition $20 to $100 in uncirculated red condition $500 to $1,000 plus for high-grade certified pieces $10,000 plus 4 rare errors or misstrikes. Here's the best part. You don't need to be a millionaire to find one of these. These coins are still out there, mixed in with your spare change, penny rolls, garage sales, old jars, or bank boxes. I highly recommend grabbing some coin rolls from your local bank and searching through them. You never know what treasure you might uncover. Also, don't forget to check estate sales, old coin collections, flea markets, antique stores, even your grandparents' drawer. Call to action, viewer engagement. Have you found a rare 1982 Lincoln cent? Let me know in the comments below. I love hearing your stories and showcasing viewer finds in upcoming videos. Also, don't forget, if you think you found something special, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A small investment could turn into a huge payday. Closing section, RF coin style. So to recap, the 1982 Lincoln cent isn't just another boring old penny. It's a treasure trove of variety, history, and mystery. With 7 known versions, potential error coins, and auction values reaching over $456,035, this is one of the most exciting coins for collectors in the modern US market. And remember, every single coin in your pocket could hold a story, a secret, and a fortune. So keep hunting, keep collecting, and never stop learning. This is RF Coins, signing off. Where every coin counts, and some count for a whole lot more than you'd ever imagine. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your fellow collectors, and I'll see you in the next deep dive into the world of rare and valuable coins. Stay curious, and stay coin rich. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most mysterious, misunderstood, and potentially life-changing coins sitting right in front of you, the 1986 Lincoln cent. That's right, this humble penny, the one you might have in your pocket or tucked in an old jar somewhere, could be worth a mind-blowing $456,034 in today's market. Sounds crazy? Stick around. Because once you know what makes this coin so rare, so collectible, and so special, you'll never look at change the same way again. This isn't just a coin. This is American history, hidden in plain sight. Let's start from the beginning. The 1986 Lincoln cent is part of a legendary series that began in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the great emancipator, one of America's most iconic presidents. Since then, the Lincoln penny has gone through a lot of changes: metal composition, mint marks, design tweaks, even a few hidden secrets. But the 1986 edition? That one is unique. Struck during Ronald Reagan's presidency, the 1986 Lincoln cent was made at both the Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark, and the Denver Mint, marked with AD. While over 6.4 billion of these coins were minted, not all were created equal. Some, just a tiny handful, were born with errors, variations, and rare details that make them worth tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. And that, collectors, is where the story takes a fascinating turn. During minting, especially if it shows between 50% to 80% off-center, can be a jackpot. Clear visibility of Lincoln's face and the date is key. Were struck outside the collar can have wild, flattened shapes. Some of these oddities have gone to auction for tens of thousands. Now, let's talk about the big one. There was a specific 1986 Lincoln cent that sold for a record-breaking $456,034. What made it so special? It was a mint condition MS-69 red, graded by PCGS, nearly flawless. Combine that with a rare transitional planchet error, and you have the perfect storm for collectors. If in doubt, get it graded by PCGS or NGC. Don't just assume a coin is worthless because it looks old or dirty. Sometimes the most valuable coins look the most ordinary. Right now, in 2025, the coin market is hot. Inflation, gold prices, and collector demand are pushing up the value of rare coins across the board, and the 1986 Lincoln cent is riding that wave. Even common 1986 cents in mint state can go for $5 to $25. But those rare error coins? $1,000. $10,000. $50,000 plus is very possible. Collectors are on the hunt. Dealers are checking every roll. Auction houses are getting flooded with submissions that if you find one in the wild, or in an old family stash, you could be sitting on a fortune. So now that you know the truth behind the 1986 Lincoln cent, what are you waiting for? Go check your coins. Dig through those jars, that old drawer, your grandparents' attic, because this 1 cent, this tiny piece of copper and zinc, could be your ticket to over $456,034. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because here on RF Coins, we're revealing the rarest coins in American history, and you might be holding one right now. Leave a comment below. Have you ever found a rare penny? Got a 1986 Lincoln cent to share? Drop your story, we might feature you in our next video. Thanks for watching, and remember, every coin tells a story. Some are worth a fortune. RF Coins, discover, learn, profit. See you in the next hunt. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most talked about coins in recent collector circles, the 2004 Lincoln cent. Yes, that tiny copper-colored coin sitting in your change jar right now could actually be worth hundreds, or even thousands, of dollars. Stay with me, because in this video we're exploring the history, value, hidden varieties, errors, and current market price of this coin. And you'll be shocked to know how many people are walking around with one in their pockets without realizing its true value. Let's talk numbers. This is where it gets exciting. The average circulated 2004 penny might only be worth face value, but ungraded error coins are regularly being sold on eBay and coin marketplaces for between $10 and $500 depending on the error. And when we get into graded examples, especially those with MS67 red, RD, or higher designations, auction records show prices hitting $150 to $500, and in some rare cases, even higher. One notable example, a 2004 Lincoln cent graded MS69 RD by PCGS, almost the perfect coin, sold for over $700 at auction. So now you're probably wondering, do I have one of these? Let me show you what to look for. Grab a magnifying glass, a good light, and some gloves. You'll want to check any doubling in the lettering or Lincoln's features, the edges of the coin, off-center, misaligned die, the surface, look for cuds, die cracks, bubbles. The color, a bright red luster means a higher grade, and finally, no visible wear. A clean coin is a valuable coin. Also, check your coin's weight. A regular 2004 penny should weigh around 2.5 grams. Anything heavier or lighter might indicate a wrong planchet or composition error. Now more than ever, the coin market is booming. Collectors, investors, and even average folks are turning to physical currency not just for historical value, but for real investment potential. The 2004 Lincoln cent, especially error varieties, is becoming increasingly scarce in high grades as more collectors submit their finds for grading. This creates scarcity, and scarcity drives up value. Think about it. A coin you can still find in circulation today might be worth hundreds or thousands in just a few short years. What are you waiting for? Check your 2004 Lincoln cents. Look for errors, high-grade condition, and rare anomalies. Consider getting rare coins professionally graded. Track auctions and eBay sales for real market prices, and most importantly, never underestimate the penny. If you found this video helpful or even just exciting, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to RF Coins. I want to hear from you. Have you ever found a rare 2004 penny? Got questions about a coin in your collection? Drop it down below. I read every comment, and if you're hungry for more coin collecting knowledge, hit that bell so you never miss a video. This has been RF Coins, bringing the hidden treasures of your pocket change to light. Until next time, keep hunting, keep collecting, and remember, even a penny can be worth a fortune. Would you like a voiceover-friendly version, subtitle file, or thumbnail title suggestions too? Today's video is going to blow your mind. We're diving deep into the 2011 Lincoln cent, also known as the 2011 Lincoln penny, a coin you might think is ordinary, but trust me, there are rare versions of this coin out there that can be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. So whether you're a beginner collector or a hardcore numismatist, don't blink, because you might just overlook a penny that's worth over $456,000. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and turn on that bell notification, because here on RF Coins, we bring you the hidden stories and real market values of the coins in your pocket right now. Let's get started. The 2011 Lincoln cent may look like just another copper-colored penny, but its story begins over a century ago, in 1909, when the first Lincoln cent was introduced to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, designed by Victor David Brenner. The original coin sparked a revolution in U.S. coin design. And over the decades, the Lincoln cent evolved, from the wheat ears reverse, 1909 to 1958, to the memorial reverse, 1959 to 2008, and finally, in 2010, the reverse design was changed once again to feature the Union Shield, representing Lincoln's legacy in preserving the Union. Heirs when it comes to value. The 2011 Lincoln cent is composed of 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper plating. That means most of its value doesn't come from the metal itself, but from rarity, condition, and era varieties. These pennies were minted at the Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark the Denver Mint, mint mark D, and special satin finish versions from the San Francisco Mint. Part of special mint sets. In total, billions were struck, but only a few rare types are worth serious money. Let's get into those rare ones next. This is where things get exciting. Yes, the majority of 2011 Lincoln cents are worth face value, but error coins and varieties can turn a 1-cent coin into a jackpot. If you see doubling in the shield lines or inscriptions like 1 cent, you might have a double die. These can be worth $50 to $150, and higher if in mint state condition. Center strike. Some 2011 cents were struck off center, meaning the design is not properly aligned. Depending on the percentage of the error and the visibility of the date, these can sell for $100 to over $500. Broad strike errors. No visible rim? Wider than usual coin? That could be a broad strike error. Another valuable misstrike worth $50 to $200, depending on condition. Grading is critical in coin collecting. As of today, the standard 2011 Lincoln cent is worth 1 cent, but error coins and certified high-grade examples are seeing massive demand on platforms like eBay. Great Collections, Heritage Auctions, PCGS, Coinfax. Current market high value for the rarest examples is estimated at $456,033, particularly for error coins in top condition or unique strike. Anomalies. Collectors love the 2011 penny because it's modern enough to still be found in circulation, but with the right eye, you could uncover something incredibly valuable. Consider getting your coin graded if it looks unique or uncirculated. It only takes one coin to change everything, and there you have it, the incredible story and potential treasure hiding in the 2011 Lincoln penny. It's more than just a coin. It's a piece of history. And for the lucky few, it's a serious payday. Have you found a 2011 penny with something strange or rare? Let us know in the comments below. We respond to every collector. Loudspeaker. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss our next video. Here at RF Coins, we're building a community of collectors, learners, and treasure hunters, and we want you to be a part of it. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep searching, keep collecting, and stay curious. This is RF Coins, signing out with a pocket full of history. Clapperboard Bell Money Bag.